Hi, it's Hans at ahappierman.com. Today's topic is Thanksgiving tips. Well, Thanksgiving is always a good holiday, right? It's nice because there's not so much of the buying presents that causes people a lot of stress, and it doesn't have to be so blasted expensive like other holidays, except for the person who's putting on the Thanksgiving feast. But let's just say if you're normally just going for the feast to some friend or relatives or going out for dinner, it's not going to be as expensive as Christmas time. So that's good. A lot of guys love the Thanksgiving because of the football games, and now there's like 3 pro football games on. But for me, I don't really watch those extra games that much on Thanksgiving. I just kind of enjoy sitting around with my family and talking, socializing, and hearing what's going on. So that part I just love. Of course, I go and my mother puts on the normal Thanksgiving food, and it's always very good, and I love it because she's doing it for me and everyone else, and I don't have to cook, and I like that. But maybe I'll help with the cleanup, maybe. But the tips, well, try to not eat in the morning before the meal, right? That's a way for you to eat less. Don't eat in the morning. And that's what I normally do. So my mother, she likes to have it around the noon, around the lunchtime, so I won't have anything to eat in the morning. I don't normally anyway. But that's a way for you to cut down on your calories. Other things to do, well, probably go heavier on the turkey and lighter on all the carbs. That's what I'll try to do, even though I love the turkey, and I love all the things that go with it, the trimmings, right? But that stuff, that really, puts on a lot of weight in a short time. So I'll try to go heavy on the turkey. It kind of depends, let's say, what if there's not a lot of turkey? Well, then you're kind of stuck, right? Eating everything else. So you might have to let your diet slide a little bit on Thanksgiving. Another tip, try to avoid talking about things that are going to upset the people you're with. Not easy these days. It has never been easy. Don't let anybody fool you. This kind of stuff, talk about politics, this has always been a thing. This is nothing new, right? This is nothing new at all. So don't let anybody try to tell you otherwise. Politics have always been divisive. That's the nature of it. Religion, always been divisive. So yeah, maybe focus on other things that you have some control over. That's probably better. We have no control over the religion and the politics. That's why it's so divisive. Other things. What are good things in your life? What are some things maybe that aren't so good that maybe you could reach out and get a little assistance on from the people you're with? Maybe they have some guidance, some thoughts, some recommendations. What else is a tip? Well, Christmas is coming about a month from now. People if you exchange gifts, they may ask you what you'd like for Christmas. So it would be good if you had a little list of what some things you'd like, that you could just give them the list, right? Wouldn't that be a lot easier than having them guess and give you a bunch of junk you don't need? They spend a lot of money, or something you take and have to throw away when you get home. Maybe they could get you something that is useful. The other thing for giving gifts, if people don't give you a list for you to get for them, this is where you take note of them, study them, while you're there. Maybe they'll drop some hints. Maybe there's something in their life that would really be good for them. Sometimes I like to get things to people that's, just the same thing they have already, but like a significant upgrade, right? They have this thing, but I've noticed that what they have is just very, very, very marginal. Maybe I could get them something that, well, I know they need it because they already have that, but what if I get them something much, much, much better? Of course, things you eat and drink, that's always good because people can do that, and they don't have to get rid of something they want to make use of something you gave them. That's probably the easiest, most classic gift. What else about Thanksgiving? Well, of course, you watch the weather. Sounds like the weather's going to be terrible in the Northland. I'm not going too far north tomorrow, so the weather should not affect me. I'm hoping. I've had some Thanksgivings that have just been totally miserable because of bad weather. Looks like this year I'm going to be okay, and I'll be grateful for that. What else? Well, you might, if you have some time off after the Thanksgiving, probably good to get in some good workouts, because a lot of times people eat a lot more during Thanksgiving, so plan on having a good workout or two in the days following to kind of counteract some of that overindulging. Obviously, be careful on the road. So anyway, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. I'm sure that I will. I'm sure it's all going to be fine. I mean, obviously, there's things in my life and in your life that are probably not quite right, very undesirable, some bad times, some tough things going on in your family and friends and your life in general. I'm sorry about all that, and I wish all those things will work out their way out for you. And my family have shared some of that stuff on these YouTube videos about the things that are really tough, and but that doesn't mean you can't stay positive. And that's maybe the biggest Thanksgiving gift I would give to you is always be switching to the positive, always flipping your mind to what's good, what's good, what's good. Change to the good, change to the good, and then work on the things you want to work on to make your life better. So, happy Thanksgiving, all for now.